may recall the case of Jonathan Yaniv. He likes to go by Jessica Simpson these days. I suppose you might confuse him for the singer who has her own struggles, one of which now is sharing the same name with a transgender activist who once tried to force estheticians, many of them who were minority women working out of their home, to wax his very intact at the time male genitalia. I've had the displeasure of reading his leaked medical records online. So what were his intact male genitalia? Not anymore. Just don't read it if you find it out there. Someone sent it to me. Anyway, so rightfully so, in British Columbia, the Human Rights Tribunal ruled in favor of the female estheticians, thanks to the great work of the folks at the Justice Center for Constitutional Freedoms who represented them. But if you are a salon owner in, let's say, Ontario, you apparently do not have the right to not handle somebody else's genitals if you don't want to. We have this story up this morning. Great work by our journalist, Roberto Wakerell Cruz. $35,000 awarded to transgender woman. He's real hard on the scare quotes there. After Ontario business could not accommodate waxing of male genitals. They have given me, I believe, 30 days to pay, said Carruthers in an interview with Rebel News. So Mad Wax, that's such a fun waxing place name. When Jason Carruthers, the owner of a Windsor, Ontario waxing spa, could not find a way to accommodate a transgender woman's request to have her, male genitals waxed, he had no idea it would cost him tens of thousands of dollars. But after a 6-year-long battle, Carruthers has been ordered to pay a hefty sum to the anonymous claimant, $35,000 plus interest, 30 days to pay. The claimant, identified only as AB, filed the complaint at the Human Rights Tribunal of Ontario after she spoke to Carruthers over the phone in 2018. Carruthers explained to AB that the female employee working that day was Muslim and refrains from physical contact with males beyond her family. What a good boss. He's protecting the religious objections of his vulnerable female staff. What a good boss this guy is, and he's paying the price for it. The decision against Carruthers claims that he had misgendered AB. The small business owner told Rebel News that the complainant changed her story by denying that she had ever asked for a Brazilian wax service and instead only wanted a leg waxing. I don't think it would have changed the implications for the Muslim staffer, though, or any woman, or anybody. You shouldn't be forced to put your hands on another person's body if you don't want to. Right? Anything other than that is chattel slavery. Like if you should not be forced to enter into a contract with another person. You just shouldn't. Because then do you truly own your business? Do you truly own your labor? Let's keep going. Carruthers said that his business has always provided leg waxing services to trans clients, but that this was never part of her request. Carruthers told AB that he did not have anyone who could provide, quote, male waxing services, something that Carruthers explained was in reference strictly to biological male genitalia and not in reference to the claimant's gender. Carruthers has gone to the media after AB's human rights complaint. And he says, they're saying that I discriminated against the person, but they're also saying that I reprised when I spoke to media. So those two things are factored into the amount. So AB would claim that the remarks opened up a non-consensual public conversation as to the status of her physical transition, which traumatized her, according to the decision. Okay, hang tight. So they get to drag you before the Human Rights Tribunal, accuse you of being transphobic for sticking up to your vulnerable female staff, sticking up for them, right? And their right to do waxing services to the person whom they choose. This is a very intimate service. And so they get to malign you as something that you're not, call you a bigot, extract several $1,000s out of you, and you don't have a right to tell your side of the story in the public. You have to go through this alone. What a joke. And that factored into the award, the fact that he actually stuck up for himself in the public and didn't just take this line down. What an absolute joke. But it gets better because they're saying the AB, that's the complainant, claimed the remarks, him sticking up for himself, the business owner, opened up a non-consensual public conversation. So it's non-consensual if the complainant is talked about in the public without his explicit permission, his the proper pronoun and not her, the one he would like me to use. What about the woman who has to wax your genitals in a non-consensual, forced way? What about that? He gets to consent to any public conversations about him since when? Right now, everybody is talking about Rebel Media, Rebel News, as is our actual name. That's how I know people don't know anything about us when they call us Rebel Media. But they're all talking about us in the media without ever actually talking to us. And that's fine. That's their right to do it. But this person says that it's a human right not to have somebody talk about you. Excuse me? Since when? And then we can't have non-consensual conversations? What about non-consensual forced fondling of somebody else's genitals? And I know it's not fondling, it's aesthetics work, but you have to touch somebody else's junk to do it. And if you don't want to, you shouldn't have to. So this person is seeking permission, seeking the right to grant permission before somebody else talks about them, but not seeking permission from the estheticians before they touch his biologically male genitals. You know, this is truly clown world. It's clown world. What is this? What, like, I just...
Support freedom and support Rebel News this Canada Day by checking out our latest designs at rebelnewsstore.com. There you can use code TAMARA10, that's TAMARA 10, to save 10% off of your total order at checkout. Just like this shirt here, freedom isn't free. We have tons of new designs and great Canada Day swag, so be sure to check it out at rebelnewsstore.com. Thank you for your support.